truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything for you. So tell me, girl,
what you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
What did she say?
1296, during the Middle Ages, the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Boniface VIII, dispatched a covert group on a mission from which they weren't expected to return. This group was the equivalent of today's special forces, known as the desertus, the Latin word for the forsaken. They were utilized as pawns and disposable weapons for their mysterious dark abilities. Legend had it that these three knights had been exposed to forbidden ancient knowledge while uncovering Solomon's temple in Jerusalem during the Holy Wars. When the Forsaken Three and their order faced impossible odds, only they remained standing, wielding their dark magic to crush their opponents with ease. Unbeknownst to them, a fellow Templar in critical condition chronicled what he saw, leaving behind a testimony that would come back to haunt the Forsaken Knights. The Vatican initially ordered their execution, but with just a moment to spare, their fates changed. The Vatican and its elites had a change of heart, realizing that these three rogue Knights Templar could be valuable assets, rather than letting such power go to waste. In exchange for their lives, they swore eternal loyalty to the Vatican.
What's the great secret that the Knights Templar held?
The secret of the Templars had nothing to do with the bloodline. The Templars were closet Gnostics. And the Church has done such a great job with their propaganda that everybody hears the word Gnostic and they automatically think Gnostic Christian. But there never was such a thing as a Gnostic Christian. You see, even in Roman times, the military practiced Mithraism. They had a brotherhood and initiatory system which allowed them to get a taste for death, to practice death, to illumine their consciousness to the point where they were no longer afraid of death and they were able to make better military decisions. It was the same practice as the Egyptian mysteries, that through a series of initiations and self-development exercises, human consciousness could be made stronger, more lucid, and more connected with the hope of surviving physical death. There were several charges leveled against the Templars by the Church, and they are outlined in the Murdered Magicians. Templars were charged with inappropriately kissing each other on the base of the spine, the genitals, the solar plexus, and the mouth, which is just an allegory for the Kundalini rising up the chakras. The Templars were also charged with worshipping something called Baphomet. This is a modern depiction from the mid-1800s by Alpheus Levy of Baphomet, depiction of a Kundalini awakening, of a Gnostic or occult awakening in a person. The goddess of divine wisdom. The heresy of the Templars was in awakening their consciousness and in acknowledging and appreciating the divine feminine. So to anybody out there trying to find the bloodline of Christ, Sangreal does not mean holy blood. It is a corruption of Sanctus Gradalis, meaning the holy stepped thing, or the human spine. If you're looking for the bloodline of Christ, you're going to have better luck finding the bloodline of Oscar the Grouch.
The Knights Templar were a medieval Christian military order that was founded in the 12th century.
To compartmentalize memory, it was used by various escorts. My handler, predominantly Alex Houston, used the stun gun all the time. It was used by Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino of the Psychological Warfare Division, the Defense Intelligence Agency, and he was the founder of the Occult Templar sect.
Beginning lights crumble down when the truth comes out.
Christian military order that was founded in the 12th century, power and wealth, and became one of the most influential organizations in Europe. They were also believed to possess secret knowledge and rumored to be involved in mysterious and occult practices. They were eventually suppressed and disbanded by the Pope in the early 14th century, and many of their members were arrested and executed. Some of their properties and wealth were seized by the Church and the state, while others were passed on to other military orders, and despite their suppression, they are still the center of many conspiracy theories today.
It's easier not to be a Christian in this world, because the devil may leave you alone. The moment you receive Christ as Savior, you're in for it. unless you live on your knees and live in the scriptures and keep your guard up and have your spiritual armor on at all times. Because if you let down even one day as a Christian, you're in trouble. The moment you receive Christ, you see all the world is going this way. You turn around and start against the tide.
Jerusalem cross, also known as the five-fold cross. It's surrounded by 4 smaller Greek crosses, one in each quadrant. It was used as the emblem and coat of arms for the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Historians have traced the use of the Jerusalem cross back to the 11th century during the time of the Crusades.
I don't know who needed to hear this, but no matter what you're going through right now, keep your head up, because that storm about to pass. Things about to get a whole lot better for you. It wasn't real long ago that I was feeling just like this. So just know I relate. Let's go.
I don't wanna wake up, and I don't wanna feel this pain, and I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I don't think that it's gonna change.
Through the stormy skies, underneath the night, you are my light, shining oh so bright. When the world feels cold, when I'm feeling low, you are my glow.